Happy video day, guys. Christina Brooke here. Today we're doing another 5-day challenge where I use one eyeshadow palette for 5 days, not straight. I used to do it straight, but now I can't do it straight no more because I don't have enough straight days to do it with. But I am doing 5 days using the same eyeshadow palette, and I try to use it during different circumstances. Like I try to force myself to use this to see how versatile it is. Filming a fashion video where I have to like match certain colors, going out shopping where maybe some palettes just don't work as well. I try to focus on using the single palette that I have for the 5-day challenge on purpose to give you guys the details on how useful, what problems the palette has, and all that good stuff. So today's palette is a great one. I'm so excited for today's palette. So it's the Divine Rose #1 from Pat McGrath. So this is new to my collection. This is not new to her line, but it was always such a beautiful palette to me. It's expensive, $125, I think. Pretty expensive, right? So I never added it to my cart until one day that Pat McGrath had an extra sale, and I think there was a mistake on the website, so I got like extra off. And I ended up snagging it because literally, why would I not? I've wanted it for so long. But I wanted to do a 5-day challenge on it because I really wanted to see how good this palette was because of the price tag, because I don't know if it's worth recommending, because, you know, price tag means a lot, you know, you gotta use these products, they do expire. So today's 5-day challenge is focusing only on this palette. I will give you guys 5 different eye looks, some regular days, some glamified days. You'll be able to see exactly how this palette works. Today, the light may be going in and out. We've got a stormy day outside. We've got a lot of wind, but we're gonna get through this video. So anyways, if you are not subscribed already and you love makeup and some fashion, don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe. I've done already a bunch of really pretty looks with it, but today I'm gonna actually show you guys one of my favorite looks that I have actually been doing multiple times, but I actually haven't filmed it yet. So this is more than a 5-day challenge. I've been using this palette for a little bit, but we're gonna pretend like today is day number 1. And I'm gonna show you guys a look that is like my go-to with this palette, and I am obsessed with it, okay? So this is a foolproof look, done it before. So usually what I do is I go in with this shade right here, and I put it right here on the upper crease, and I just kind of like blend it in. It's kind of like a rosy mauve shade. It's so pretty, but it's light enough for me to put into my crease. So if you're like my skin tone, this is a really nice color for a crease shade, and then I blend it upward. This doesn't have many steps, but it's such a pretty look. Okay, so then what I do is I grab my favorite shade in this entire palette. Like, this palette is worth, do I say this, but I have to say it's so worth buying it just for this shade. So it's this shade right here. This shade, it's everything to me. So I just put that all over the lid. So if you guys saw my Shein bikini video where I showed you guys the bathing suits from Shein, this is exactly what I did for that video, and I actually forgot to film it. I forgot to film the look because I was in such a hurry to get to the keys. But anyways, I put this all over the lid just like that. But this color, and it stays. This shade stays on the lids. I literally filmed an entire video in humidity, heat in Miami, and this eyeshadow stayed like perfection on the lid. So I can definitely say this palette has really good staying power. So then I grab this brown right here, and this is what I kind of like just added to the outer V, and I also mixed it with this one. So I go between both of these, and I kind of just created a little shade here and just put that in the outer V, and then just blend it. Then grab back into this brush, blend them together. Then I grab a little bit of this shade right here that actually has like a little bit of a pink hint to it, and put it in the inner portion of the eye. Just like that. Look at that. How cool is that? And then I just blend it. And then I'll put a little bit of the brown to kind of tightline the lower lash line. And then blend it all together with this mauve-ish color right here. So that is the look, but wait until you see it with liner and mascara. It literally amplifies everything, and I'm like kind of obsessed. So give me 1 second, I will be right back. All right, guys, so here we go. This is look number 1 using the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 1. So for the eyes, if you guys can see, like this is like has been like a go-to look for me. This looks so beautiful in person. The way that this like just reflects the oh my God, it's just, this metallic is so gorgeous in person. It does the most beautiful effect. Like this is a look I could wear at night or during the day and I just feel very comfortable in it. So for the eyeliner, what I did was I used the new KVD tattoo liner on the top to create this line. The mascara is Rare Beauty. Lower lash line, I used the new KVD brown liner. So these have been really good, by the way. I'm really liking them. For the lips is Beautiful Stranger. Is that? Yes, Beautiful Stranger by Pat McGrath with the Esam lip liner. With the dual-ended Esam lip liner, and I used the side, this side right here. So this is the blushed one. Is that what it's called? Blushed. So this is the one that I used. I really like this lip liner too. So I've actually gotten a few new products in that have been really, really good. And I also have to say that the foundation that I'm wearing today is the new Makeup Forever one, and I really have been enjoying it, especially for filming or stuff that I need to look really good on camera work. It looks so good for that. But anyways, so this is the final look, and it has been a go-to look for me. I literally love it. So day number 1, huge success. I have tested this look out before, and I know it lasts really long. So yeah, very happy. I'll see you guys in day number 2. All right, guys, we're on to day number 2 of my 5-day challenge using Divine Rose. Now, the funny thing is tomorrow I'm actually getting my hair done. So today my hair is a disaster. So tomorrow when you guys see this, no, actually, will you see it tomorrow? Maybe the day after tomorrow, you'll see nice, pretty hair. Today, we've got to messy hair. But anyways, what should we do today? So today we have another day that I could do a fun look. So I think what I'll do is, why don't we just play, I want to play with this glitter right here. Really, it's looking at me. Let's play with the brown. What else? Let's do a smoky glittery eye. Why not? So let's just jump into this deep brown right here. Let's just put that on the lid. Just gonna kind of like smoke that everywhere. Why not? We'll do something a little bit simple, but at the same time kind of pretty. Simple but kind of pretty. I think we're just going for pretty here, right, Christina? I've actually never filmed this late in this area, so I'm hoping that the light stays even and pretty throughout this whole video, but we will find out. Today will be the tester. Can I film when the sun's going down here? Okay, then we're gonna grab into this glittery shade. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting so much pizzazz there. Wasn't expecting that. Kind of liking it. Just deepen out this little accent here. That looks really pretty. Not what I expected, but so loving it. So I'm gonna grab some of this, deepen out that upper taper here. Let's go ahead and grab some of the brown, bring it on the lower lash line. So pretty. Okay, what I'm gonna do to finish off the look, let's put on some liner, let's put on some mascara, let's smudge this out, and let's see how fun and dramatic we can make this look. But yeah, I wasn't expecting, but I'm kind of obsessed right now. So I'll see you guys in 1 minute. All right, so here is the final look. Okay. So not only am I obsessed with the eyeshadow, like this look looks so, so pretty, and I cannot wait to wear this out. It actually reminds me a little bit similar to a look I've created with the Pat McGrath palette that I have, Bronze Seduction from Pat McGrath. So this look is kind of reminiscent of Pat McGrath palettes to me, but I love this look. I think it's so, so beautiful, but I also think that this lip color just kind of like tops it, like makes it like just like kind of phenomenal. So on the lips, I'm using the new Esam dual-ended lip liners. I really like these, okay? So I really, really like these a lot. So what I like the most is that there's 2 colors on each one, and you could do like that gradient effect. So this one is the one that is called red. So I'm using red. And I basically used both of them. I put the liner in like the lighter color, and then I deepened out the outer portions with the deeper color. And then I put the color Tanini from Bite Beauty on my lips, which is like a nice red color. And this is how this look came up, and I love this lip color. I'm definitely gonna be using this more often. This is the first time I've done this, and I really, really like this one. For the eyeliner, I'm using the new KVD tattoo liner on the top, and on the lower lash, I'm also using the KVD in black. I'm really liking those liners, and Rare Beauty mascara. That's how we finished off this look, and I'm kind of obsessed. I really like this look. I like this look so much that I was not gonna film another video, but I almost feel like I need to take advantage of this look and film multiple videos today. So it's gonna be a long night. But anyways, so look number 2 for this palette is done, and I really love it. So I'll see you guys in the next day. Hey guys, so today is day number, 3 of my 5-day challenge, and here is my eye look. So basically all I did was I got that white pinky shifty shade and I just put it all over the lid. So it's the last one in the palette. I'll kind of show you guys an insert of which one it was. Then I went ahead and got my brown KVD liner, did a small little wing, and put on some Rare Beauty mascara. My lip combo is Makeup by Mario Cam with a little bit of the Esam double-ended lip liners, and it's in the color Blushed with the Lawless Seal the Deal, with the Lawless lip filler in clear. And yeah, so this is my eye look, and today's actually Mother's Day, so dressed a little Mother's Day. We're gonna go in the pool, but I wanted to do a fun little, very subtle eye look to just look cute, and I actually like the way it came out. So another successful day with the Divine Rose. We have a few days left, but so far I'm really, really liking this palette, if you guys can tell. Hopefully you could see the eyes. It's very minimal, but it just does the job, So really like it. All right, so we are on day number 4. My hair is done. I'm so excited. So we are gonna be doing a fun look today. Now, I have a fashion video to film. I actually have a collab with Motif, which is one of the silk shirts that I'm wearing right now. So I have to do something that could interchange with a lot of different outfits. So I can't do anything too, I can't do anything that like only matches like a certain look. So that's the tricky thing when it comes to matching makeup with your fashion. Like if you do a look that's like really geared towards neutrals, it's very hard to change between a bunch of different looks. So today's look, I've got to do something that can be still pretty, still very like, fashiony and fun, but I could switch between a lot of different outfits. Now, I have my eye on this gold right here because I haven't actually used it. I've been using this one a lot, but I really want to use this one. I also would like to kind of just play with like some of these tones over here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a smoky eye with a little bit of gold and a little bit of bronze, and then I'll finish it off with this. I think that could be a really pretty look, and that'll basically match everything that I have to try on. So let's go ahead and let's do that. All right, if you guys have heard me nasally for the past few videos, I have had a little sinus issue. I guess I had a cold not that long ago, I guess a few months back, and it left me with like sinus issues. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's start off. What I'm gonna do is start with this color, which is the gold, just so I can kind of get like an idea. I think I'm gonna put that like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Then let's see this bronzy color next to it. Yeah, I think that could actually work really nice. Okay, so now that I've kind of tested the colors to make sure that they're colors that I want to use, let's go ahead and start application. Also, I'm going to do a makeup on the red carpet today. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm really excited for that. So we've got a fun day of filming up ahead, so we definitely have to make this eye look really pretty. So we're going to grab the brown, which is a very useful shade in this palette. I found that every single eye look I could basically use that brown for, which is important. Some eyeshadow palettes will give you like a deepening shade that does not look good with everything. I'm very, very pleased with this brown. It's a really pretty chocolatey with almost, yeah, it's like a chocolatey with maybe a little rose hint. I don't know, just so gorgeous. This is a great brown. It's literally stunning. One of my favorite browns I've worked with in a while. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that. Today's look can be a little bit more dramatic because I am gonna be hopefully taking some images as well if the weather cooperates. I'm looking outside and thinking it looks like it is going to downpour. Which if it stays overcast, that's fine. But if it starts to pour, we've got problems. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that with this brush. Then I'm gonna grab a little bit of this color, which I really like this color too, and just kind of add that to the top and blend it. Just kind of using it like a blending shade. I'm gonna grab into this bronze color, just kind of throw it there in the center and mix it in. Grabbing back into the gold, just kind of adding that in the inner portion, blending it, and then just kind of like mixing between the two, like gold, bronze. Like I want them to kind of like mesh into each other. So I want to overlap them. So it doesn't look like brown gold. Like it needs to look like it faded. Like that. Be careful not to get this on the shirt that I'm about to film with. Then I'm going to go back into the brown. Start to do kind of like that V taper where you want it to kind of go like in an angle. See what I'm doing? Angle. And then bringing it up. This is an eye look that looks great on my eye shape. So if you have eyes that kind of go down a little bit, this is like the best shape. This is the best eye makeup for your eye because it lifts the eye so much. All right, so now I just want to grab a little bit of this bright white color, add that into the inner portion. Such a pretty palette. I honestly am loving this palette so much. Wow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this little guy out, work on the other eye, and then when I come back, I'll show you guys the final look. But I have a feeling that this is gonna be exactly what I wanted for today. All right, so here we go, final face of makeup. I kind of love this eye look. I don't know guys, this might be like such an amazing palette. Like so far both of these 5-day challenges that I've done so far have just been so good. So I love this eye look. Look at that. Look at the glimmer. Look at the gradient, the coloration, how they match so well. I'm kind of obsessed with this palette. So for the lips, this lip combo is something I'm really into as well. So what I did was I used the Esom lip liners. You guys know I'm kind of obsessed with these. So the one I'm using is Plum, and I used this side here, which is like the lighter side of the plum. And I lined my lips with that. And then I used Cam from Makeup by Mario. Now I don't like the Makeup by Mario formula. I think it's way too dry, but I love this color. And mixed with this, it's just like perfection. So this is a little bit too peach, but when you mix in this like plumish, kind of like taupish color with it, it just does the most beautiful lip. But because the Makeup by Mario lip formula is kind of dry, I top it with the Lawless Forget the Filler, which is my favorite gloss. Like I will never buy another lip gloss but this because it's kind of like a lip plumper, but it doesn't plump like which is like defeats the purpose. But no, it doesn't really, because it just doesn't tingle and it doesn't hurt your lips. It just kind of like smooths everything. So it gives the appearance of fuller lips, but it's not like a plumper. I love this product. So these three together created this lip combo that I really love. So yeah, I'm adding that to a lip combo I should be using very often. Then for my liner, I'm using my new KVD eyeliners. If you guys hear like a ding, 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 there is like a bell behind me and it's really windy, so it just keeps dinging. I feel like I'm like in Switzerland or something. But anyways, so this is from KVD and these are the eyeliners. This is the black one and I'm loving, oh my God, I love these eyeliners. They're so smooth and they glide. So I put it on the lower lash line. On the top, I use the KVD Tattoo Liner, which is turning out to be one of my favorite liners as well. And I just blended a little bit of the brown on the lower lash line just to give it a little bit more smoke. Rare Beauty's mascara. And that is how we came up with this look. I really love it. I really love it. I really love it. So yeah, look number 4, huge success. I have a feeling that this is gonna go down as a really good palette. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right guys, so we are finishing off the 5-day challenge. Today I am doing a really subtle eye look, and I'm using the rest of the colors on my eyes that I hadn't used. So basically the mauve colors, which actually I'm pretty excited about this metallic. I thought it was a brown, but apparently it is more mauve. I'm actually pretty excited because I actually used this color, which I hadn't used before. So it's this metallic, and I thought it was gonna be a little browny, but it's actually a little bit more mauve. It's so pretty. It's a subtle metallic. I used that all over the lid, and then I blended out with this shade on the outer edge, and it created like this really soft mauve, I don't know, just really prettiness. Okay, so it's kind of different, which is different from what I thought it was gonna look like, but I'm very happy with the way that it came out. On my lips, I'm using the color Kala from Natasha Denona, lined with the lip liners from Esam, the one called Blushed, Rare Beauty mascara, a little KVD gray eyeliner, and that is how I finished off this look. But I want you guys to check out those lids because this is a very subtle day look, so it's not gonna look as predominant on camera, but in person this looks so pretty, very soft, a little muted, but you could definitely tell I have something on the lids. I'm very happy with today's look. So yeah, another win. Some of the colors I hadn't used, and I'm happy I used them because they're not exactly what I thought they were going to look like on the lids, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. So another successful day. But I already could tell you guys what I think. Like, I am already kind of in love with this palette. I have used almost every single one of these shades. Like you guys know, I actually also did multiple days wearing this because I actually took this with me to the Keys and I didn't have any other eyeshadow palette to use. So I was using this one the whole time I was there. So this is more than 5 days. I just didn't show you those days. You could see them on my Instagram though, because I do reels every once in a while, and I did some at the Keys using the palette. So if you want to see those, follow Christina Brooke Beauty on Instagram. But anyways, so I have to say I really love this palette. I really do. I think that the colors are so fantastic. This gold little glittery shade, her special shade in here, is really special. It's so beautiful. But it's like one of those shades that's so easy to use. Like, it's not a special shade with like a special color. It's a special shade with a very simple champagne-y color that's just very easy to use, you know? Then this shifting shade is really, really cool. I actually use this one at the Keys, and tomorrow's look, when I do my simplified look, it's gonna be basically this all over the lid. It's just like a shifting shade, so it goes from like a white to like a pink. Super easy to use, very easy to just put all over the lid for a very simple day. The metallics here, these two are so gorgeous. The gold I have on today, I love it. And this peachy gold is also insane. Like, it's just so pretty. This is like my favorite color in this whole palette. It is like, I'm not gonna say it's worth getting the whole palette for that color. Am I going to say that? I'm not going to say that. I feel that though, but I'm not gonna say that. I love that shade though. I love this shade. This shade is gorgeous. Also, this color right here is so gorgeous. The next look I'm gonna do, I actually also did a look using these three right here. You guys saw that on a simple day. Such a pretty, almost like rosy, but without being obnoxious rose. So pretty. And then this brown is so useful for every single one of these shades. And this is actually a beautiful accent shade, like for the center, for the inner corners. And I just think this was such a well thought out, everyday, from night to day type of palette. Yeah, to me, it's like the Pat McGrath palette that you should invest your money in. Now, it just depends on your, like, what colors you like. Like, if you're not somebody who likes neutral tones, then yeah, of course, this might not be for you. But I think a lot of people, we like to use palettes that are versatile, that you can go from day to night, that you don't have to think too much. I know it's very difficult for a lot of people to combine like their clothes with eye looks, and they want things a little bit more neutral on the eyes. If you're somebody like that, but you still want a palette that gives you like pizzazz and has some fun elements to it that you could really jazz up a look without being too dramatic that you can't match it, this is the palette for you. I honestly love this palette. I adore this palette. This is my favorite Pat McGrath palette because it hits all the marks for me. Price tag, versatile, price tag, quality, price tag, thought process. I think that this was well thought out for an everyday palette. It's really well thought out. It's not just browns with light browns and a taupe and a champagne. This has really pretty colors that go within like the peachy scope, and then you've got some pinks in there, but they're not obnoxious pinks. They're subtle pinks that are more into the mauve family. This is a really perfected palette, It is probably the most well thought out Divine Rose. I think the other Divine Roses were probably just like, all right, how could we recreate this one and just do things that are a little bit more fun? Maybe they're not as well thought out. This was the best thought out Divine Rose. I love this one. This gets an A+. Like this gets an A++ in my book. Whatever you get in school that's like the highest grade, like you're gifted, that is what this gets, okay? Just because it checks off so many marks for me for everyday people. It's neutral, but it has fun. It's not too out there. Oh my God, that bell is driving me insane. It's so windy outside and there's a chime right here and it's going nuts. Shh, shh. So anyways, it hits all the marks for me, what everybody I think would definitely love. I really love it. So if these are your colors, or even if you're somebody who's really into color, but you want that neutral palette to mix, to have just for every occasion, for like every other occasion, this is it. This is it. This is one of my favorite palettes I've tried this year, okay? It's gorgeous. So gets an A+ in my book. I think it's great. So, I honestly don't think it has any flaws. I can't find a flaw yet. I really can't. I really even like the 2 mattes. It only has 2 mattes. That's shocking to me. It only has 2 mattes and I can't find a flaw in it, so I love it. But either way, that's where we're gonna leave this 5-day challenge with this Pat McGrath palette. It is probably my favorite that she has ever come out with, at least from the ones that I have. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.